Hi everyone, welcome. This is the new book by Fabiana Attanasio. This is Mythographic Color and Discovered Dream Gardens. I'm not going to do a full flip on it just because there are tons of them out there already. If you would like to see me do a flip through in my style, I sure can, but I figured I would just go ahead and start by coloring an image in it. I haven't seen a lot of people color in it yet, and I'm really excited to break in this book for the hashtag Jamie and I are hosting. So I figured that's a great start. So I picked the parrot for this one. I am going to use my Prismacolors. This is not really going to be a color along per se. I'm not going to do the whole thing on video or do techniques or anything. I'm just going to kind of play around. I am going to not do a realistic version of this. It is going to look a little different because I am going to rainbow him even though he is leaves, but I think it's going to work out and look okay. So the first thing I do when I look at this page is I've picked out my whole Prisma rainbow here. So this is my go-to colors for Prisma rainbow. Make sure I got everybody in order here. Do you believe, where did I put this one? Where's my cheat sheet? So yep, it goes dark, light, dark, yep. Okay, so that is going to be my handy dandy Prisma rainbow. If it's all on camera. I don't know if I will use all the colors, but I like to have them all out just because they blend so well together. So, thinking of a parrot, I know they're kind of red. Probably going to want to do an orange beak-ish, maybe blue, or a black. So red, I'm going to think red, orange, yellow, green, blue. So I might be able to squeeze some of my purpley pinks up here. Purple, pink, red, orange, yellow, green. I also have to remember the background when I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided if I want to do this as a rainbow galaxy coming down, but I know the background right here is going to be black. And I probably will do these in a rainbow effect. So I kind of want to incorporate that in my page. So, starting with tradition, I'm going to do his head the red. So first thing I'm going to do is pull in my Tuscan red, and I'm just going to go over all the dark spots. And then I can decide on his beak after. Make sure I'm on camera here. I know I kind of got a little bit of shadows going on. I'm trying to do this in the day, and my setup is more equipped for night. But my kids were outside playing. We got a baby rescue bird, a little sparrow. So I haven't been up a whole lot late getting videos done just because he needs fed so often that I just haven't been. I've been sleeping when the bird sleeps instead of the baby sleeps pretty much. So if you do hear some chirping, he is fine. He's just a baby that's always hungry. Okay, so I think that's as far as I'm going to pull my dark red in for now. I want to make sure I leave some fuzzy to blend. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that next color in, which is going to be scarlet red. I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to go over everywhere I put that dark red. I know I've done a lot of these rainbow type pages kind of showing the blending with Prismacolors and whatnot, but it's Pride Month and a parrot is like the perfect, this is like the perfect rainbow page, so it works out really well. So then up here where I'm going to pull this next lighter red into, I'm going to use this as my dark red. I want to make sure that eye stands out real good. That I'm going to blend out. I just wanted to make sure some of that color pulls through. And I can always go back in with fine liners or markers or whatever my heart desires. This paper takes media really well, so You can really throw whatever you would like. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull this red in starting down here. And it's going to become lighter. And I might have to come through with an eraser and lighten up some of these feathers. We'll see how I'm feeling when I get, I'm going to go around to make sure this little eye is looking. Okay, and then this is where I'm going to start to pull that orange in, because we're going to be transitioning colors. And I don't want it to be a harsh transition, so we're going to pull that orange in. So I'm going to have to pull one more orange and fix right here. Then when I start, goodness bless me, sorry. So I didn't pull my darkest orange like I should have. I might also still put some more vermilion red in there. Kids are like playing right outside my window, so I'm multitasking here. But I thought this was a really fun project, and I really needed to do a video anyway and let everybody know I'm still here, still doing things. Get my coloring mojo back. I was actually a late bloomer on this book. I was thinking it came out later in the year, so. Okay, then I'm going to pull in my next one, which is Spanish orange. We don't want no lines in our blending. Okay, now this one is going to become my darkest color. So everywhere the lines are dark, this yellow is going to go. And I still might add just a touch of this, just to give these feathers a little bit of texture around the face. Okay. So my next yellow after that one is going to be Sunburst Yellow. And you can always go back and add a little to the other spot so it all blends. Up to you how you do your blending. We just had the carnival in town. We didn't go last year with everything going on, so we did the carnival and the animals this year. That was exciting. It's so hot already. Oh my goodness, it was like we got a snowstorm, and then it was 30-40 degrees for a couple days, and then the next day it was like 96. Didn't really give us time to brace or anything, so I'm not complaining though. I've been saying I've been ready for summer, so I guess if I wasn't before, I am now. Okay, I am going to pull this color down just a little more because I want to make sure that going downward, they're somewhat even. I am not going to pull that darker orange this far down though. This is going to be all the brighter orange yellows. Spot right there, I will probably add a darker shade. Okay, so canary yellow is what comes after that one. Like I said, I'm going to leave that spot because I'm going to fill it in because it looks like it's an undercoat kind of feather. So just kind of blending, and like I said, if you want to go in with your pencil and really add some texture to these feathers, then you can do that. I kind of like to lay my colors down and go back and add detail, just because that way I can kind of vision the finished look. Just buffing out that red I went around his face a little far with. Okay, so then I'm going to pull that yellow. I'm going to pull. And I'm actually going to pull think another color. I am like making this rainbow probably way longer than it needs to be color-wise, but I really like how everything blends when you put all the colors needed instead of just skipping. Probably more of a personal preference than anything. But I am just going to add a little bit of this just in the darker. It's a goldenrod, so it's supposed to be a yellow, but it does look more brownish. But I think for the purpose of shadowing, it's gonna work great. So I'm gonna fill that spot right in there with goldenrod. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take that yellow, little circles, and I'm not gonna burnish it all the way, just in case I need to add some more orange when I get looking at it. We'll see how that green and everything pulls in. So far, liking it. Usually this takes me a lot longer, but doing it on camera, I'm trying to keep moving. So after canary yellow, I'm trying to keep my yellows in order so I know what I used. Give me 1 second. Orange, dark orange, yellows. Okay. I'm using just a little bit of yellow chartreuse, and that is just so I have a transition from this yellow to this green, basically. So I'm not going to be doing a whole section in this yellow. It's only transition purposes, basically. So the shadows, if you, like I said, if you want to make those look like leaves or you want to try to stick to the feathers. So I am going to pull this, but it's not going to be a huge gap because, like I said, we got this yellow here already, so I don't want to pull the yellow down too much further and make everything uneven. Okay, so then I'm going to go, actually I might want to do both sides. That might look silly now that and I might go back and darken green this or add another shade. Haven't decided. But for now, we're going to fill it in like this. Just blending. Okay, and then I'm going to take this green, and it's going to be my lightest. So I am just going to do, I'm doing it kind of backwards from what I did, because now I'm starting with my lightest color, and the next color is dark. So now I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to measure out how much of this I want to be this green. I'm not going to worry about what it is right this second. I just know that this part of my bird is the green part. And then I'm going to swap. So then I'm going to pull this color, which is peacock green. Excuse me. I'm going to sharpen this, sorry. Okay, nice fine point. So then I'm going in and doing the details second. So it's a little backwards from when I pulled the dark colors first, but it's the same effect. It just made it a little easier to see where I wanted to pull this dark color down to. Because now that I'm getting into the darker colors of the rainbow, I kind of want to make sure everything stays even. I don't want these nice little short segments as a giant part of my bird green and teal blending to blue. I want them to stay nice and sharp. So I am going to fill in these little gaps, and I will probably add another color even to this even. But just because those are the shadow regions and I want my bird to have some depth, we're going to go ahead and fill that in, and then I can darken it as we go. Okay, I'm going to add a little here because we don't want any harsh blending going on, and then I will come back over and blend this out with the last green I used. Alright, so far so good there. Okay, so my next color is going to be, so I'm going to hold this peacock green out for a second, and I'm going to pull cobalt turquoise, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my shadows in. So that's a shadow. This could probably be a shadow. I don't color the hidden objects. I just blend them into the picture the best I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and color over that card and fill this little section in. Same with that coin. Okay, and I don't want to go too much further down with this color. And then I'm just going to go back with this one and blend it out. Okay, and I don't want to touch that flower because I'm going to try to pull the darker, remembering the even gaps we have here. Blending. I'm going to put a little of this in here. I just don't want one spot all one color. This nice light bright green I'm going to pull down, and I might even pull this dark up. That looks better. Pull this dark up right here. Alright. So I'm not going to blend this yet. Going to leave that fuzzy. Okay, my next color after the cobalt, let me put these back in order real quick so I don't mess them up, is going to be True Blue. And that's where I'm going to put this in. But I'm going to go light because, like I said, you're going to have shadows you're going to want to add to this blue. But we want to get an idea of how far down we want to pull it. So I'm going to hide these eggs with this blue. Sorry if you can hear the people outside. My window is open so I can watch and see my kids. There's a couple of people outside talking at the moment. So I am going to pull this blue about to here. Now I'm not going to worry if it's even on this feather itself because I'm going for the overall eye effect of blending, not the images built in, if that makes sense. But this flower will have some blending to it. I'm going to get that far. Okay, my next color is the Copenhagen blue, and of course dark spots first. Oops, got a little wild there, but I'll fix it. I've got to pull this other color back anyway. I'm not sure how I'm going to hide that card yet. We'll see. So he's going to be a very bright rainbow happy parrot. I'm not 100% sure if there's an official way to color a parrot. I just love how bright and colorful they are and how they blend so well. Like even on a real bird, the red and the yellow and the green just blend so beautifully. Nature knew what it was doing when it put those colors together on a parrot. So neat. Okay. Dark spots. And then I'm going to pull one darker. I am going to pull an indigo. I don't think I want Indian Throne. I think that's going to be, let me double check. This is my color swatch. Let me make sure one of these isn't. Ooh, I think I'm going to go Indian Throne actually. Surprise myself. Okay, and this is just going to be kind of what builds the body of the parrot up. Sticking with the blue theme, but still giving the shadow effect. Even might color over some of the egg in between the flower, and that'll be more visible once I get it all blended up. I'm just putting my layers in at the moment. Okay. Down. Little shadow there. Okay. Just making sure I have everything how I like it. Then I'm going to go back to my original blue. Blend all that together. And just building that in. Alright, almost there. I know this isn't the most exciting part. I can go back and blend it the rest of the way off camera though, as long as I have everything how I want it. So I might have to go back and add a little more, a couple dark spots, or maybe some highlights is what it's missing. To do that, you can take your green, or I might even take a lighter blue. You could probably do a white too, but I don't want too drastic of a difference. So I'm going to pull a blue, cloud blue, and I'm just going to kind of lighten up the top. And then when I go back and re-add some more darkness, it will have a little more contrast. He's blue, so I don't want to change that color too much there. I just want to add some light to the party. Alright, there's that. Okay, blue leads us into violet blue, so this is going to be where we start switching to purple. So this is my darker color. Again, building down the back of the bird, just because I don't like how they kind of left him hanging. Personal preference. I'll leave this branch and I'm going to do it a violet or a pink to pull together, or maybe I will pull this blue over. That might be a better way to go. Those a lighter purple, pulls dark in right here. Alright, I like that. Like that. I'm still recording, still on camera. Okay, it might shut off. We're at 23 minutes. I have to keep an eye on it. So, violet blue, of course. Next comes violet. That's where I said I'm just going to kind of pull this one in. Make these stripes here purple. Again, just kind of building to see what I want where. I'm going to want this to be purple, probably fade down to pink when I get down that far. If I don't want the harsh of the blue, I can always add some purple. That'll be something I do kind of once I get everything laid down, is go back and blend upwards, I call it. I'm not sure what the official term is, but I'll pull some more green up, yellow up, orange up, so there's no harsh section lines. Okay, I'm going to sharpen. Pull that down. Bring back my violet blue. Darken this up. Still trying to stick with feather properties even though it's changed to plants. Which is a little tricky. Okay. I think I need Okay, and then I'm gonna I kind of want all these flowers to be mostly the same color. So I'm gonna put this mulberry on all these little matching flowers. This is going to be purple. Okay, so with this, I'm going to pull in violet blue. Before I blend it. I might use some fine liners on these veins once I get all the pencil down. I might have to darken up some of the purple in the back. Let me see. This darker purple will show. Get some variation in this bird here. I'm just kind of filling back in the shadow spots so it looks like some things are brought to the front. I might also have to pull Parma Violet, add some of it. So my purple stays purpley and I can pull the pink down. I don't want to get too pink up here. That's better. I will come back and add white highlights. I'm not too worried about any of that just yet. Just wanting everything to blend nicely. Pull this purple down so we don't have any odd mixed colors. Okay. So that spot is going to take a little bit of fixing up, but I think it's going to work. Okay, so my next ones are going to be magenta and process red. So I'm going to want to make sure my dark is at the bottom. I don't know if there's going to be enough color difference in those to tell the effect I'm going for. So many sneezy kids. Allergy season hit this house hard. Alright. Alright. So I'm going to pull a darker pink, maybe a raspberry, or maybe a red. I really don't like this line right here. It's bugging me, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm just telling myself it's alright, we're gonna fix it. Just leave it for a second. Work everything else. There's those. I'm just filling in the veins a little bit so they will show. I'm going to use a purple and kind of add a little shadow of this leaf here and this one. still recording. Doing good. I know it's going to shut off any second. So I will work on finishing up this bird, and then I will do a part 2 for the background if anyone is interested. I will get these up. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next video. I can't wait for you to see the progress. Thanks for watching.